There is a man with crisply cut hair, tie on, white shirt, slacks, and he's sitting behind a desk and he's typing away on his computer. And there's some sort of trading screen passing before his eyes, and he's clicking on different symbols and looking at numbers, and every now and then he turns to a calculator at his side. Nearby the calculator is an apple he had intended to eat a week ago, but it's just been sitting there on its desk. He had dropped it once accidentally, knocking it over with his hand, and there was a bruised spot that's become rotten now, and it's sort of growing darker and bigger as time goes on. He looks at the apple and then turns back aside and goes back to his work. There is a woman, and she is in her living room, and she is sitting in a chair, and she has a cello in hand, and she is playing a slow piece, not mournful, but there is a sense of sorrow to the song. We can see that she is pregnant with child, and there is no one else in the house with her. We can hear the quiet sounds of someone mowing their lawn down the street, but the only other thing is just her soft melody filling the house. "What?" the man says. He's looking at his computer screen, and there is this banking software, and it's got his name on it, and there's a withdrawal, $5,000. $5,000, he says. That's and in a moment he gets up out of his chair and he looks around the office. He looks up at the clock. It's 5:30. He should be gone already. No one will notice if he leaves now. And quickly he grabs up his coat, throws it over his shoulder, and heads off into the parking garage, where he quickly steps into his red car and begins driving rapidly through the parking garage. He's on floor 3, and he pulls out quickly and starts zooming his way down, each corner after another, each corner after another. He's almost at the bottom, and he's about to reach down and pull out his phone, when suddenly motion on his left, and he could see a woman walking her child across the parking garage, and he slams on the brakes, and there's this screeching sound and sort of this moment of, what the fuck did I just do? And he opens his eyes, and the woman's staring at him in shock, holding the child in the hand, just feet away from the front of the car. And she just looks at him with these eyes, these big, stunned blue eyes. And he can do nothing but look back into her eyes. And he begins to cry and sob. We are back in the living room, where the woman is playing the cello. And her song is broken by the ring, 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 ring of the house phone. She puts down her bow and sets the cello aside carefully on the windowsill, and heads towards the phone, careful to ease herself up gently out of her chair, sort of caressing her belly as she does. She approaches the phone and looks at the clock. It's 5:30. Jim shouldn't be home yet, and there's this moment of fear. She's afraid to answer the phone, and she watches it ring, and she listens, almost hoping that the person will hang up on the other end, and she snatches up the phone at last, and pulls the receiver to her ear. "Hello?" There's silence on the other line, and then she hears, It's me, Mary, it's me. "Jim, are you alright? You sound like you're crying." I'm okay, Mary, I'm okay. It's just, I have to quit my job." "What?" Mary says. I'll explain when I get home. I'll explain when I get home.